Hello. It's been a hot minute since I made like a rant video, and you notice I'm on my Chargers uh, rug, whatever you want to call it, because this is what this video is about. As all you all know, my Chargers were eliminated from the playoffs in the divisional round. Some people said they didn't deserve to be in the playoffs. They sucked, and this and that. I'm sorry. And was coming like one of those comments of saying the Chargers suck came from a Raiders fan. Like any fan of any playoff team that didn't make the playoffs basically said we sucked, but they're the ones sitting at home, like they were sitting at home while the Chargers played the Ravens and then the Patriots, which didn't end well, but I'll get to that. But we did better than majority of the entire league. So just making it to the divisional round is insane, because this team was actually really good. Even with some of our starters that we had, we have a deep system of super talented young players, talents and stuff like that. When a couple games, we had quite a few games without Bosa, and he can't, and we won games without him. A few games without Gordon, Melvin Gordon, and our running game was fine. And then our tight end situation was not really a problem. Our wide receivers, when Keenan Allen was out for a game, barely a game, we had a bunch of wide receivers just step up, they're second, third, fourth, whatever, whatever. But this is not about that. This is about the criticism Philip Rivers got for being pissed and calling out the refs during the game on Sunday. Sunday, hard game for me because I love my Chargers. They're my number one team. Was going home hoping they would make it past this test of being perfect on the road outside of LA this season, but good things come to an end. But it's always hard to beat New England because they have their system in play. They might have the most dynamic star players, but with that system Belichick and Brady has, you can't break that until Brady retires. And because basically right now without Belichick or Brady, this team probably be nothing. I'm not saying Brady is the entire Patriots team, but you get what I'm saying. But without Belichick, there would be no Brady. So he would still be a good quarterback, just not as good as he is right now. He's 41 and out playing 20-year-olds. So anyway, so we saw videos of Rivers getting fired up and getting pissed because refs were hold on, I guess sit back here. He was getting pissed because refs were missing extremely big calls or just, and then being just, I feel like they were being a little bit shady. I'm not blaming the refs for the game going as bad as it did. It's just I know we didn't play well, but still there were some plays from the Patriots that weren't called but were called on us, which didn't make sense. With the Chargers on the road, what feels like all season, but it feels like the last half of the season we were battling against the refs and the other team. So, which doesn't make any sense why we have to battle two things here in a game just to win. It's refs have sucked all year. Let's just say that. All season they have sucked with missed calls and all that. There was pass interference call that was clearly missed, face mask that was missed, holding call that was missed, and let's see, roughing the actually got the roughing the passer um, call, and Rivers was like, "Now you call it." Went to the ref was like, "Seriously, that's now you call it." um, so people are giving Phil Rivers crap and calling him a big baby and wondering like all these bad things like he's not an elite quarterback and he's not clutch and this and that. Um, you don't see Brady doing that, and I'm like, you do, but it's very rare that you see Brady um, lash out and get super super angry. But the thing is, Brady is up on this high pedestal, and Phil Rivers is down here below him, because Brady's been to what 8 Super Bowls, won 5 of them, MVP for like how many times? Um, and Rivers is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the entire league that no one takes him seriously except for like past and like former football players and stuff like that. Like I love Brady. I respect the hell of his talent. I'm a fan of the Patriots too, so don't call me a bandwagon because I've been a fan since before Brady was even the quarterback for the Patriots. So anyway, get that off my chest. People are like, we don't see Brady doing any of that crap, and that's just definition of class and being like someone said that what would they say? It's like Rivers yells at his players and like his teammates and makes them feel like crap and like demotes them and feels like they I don't know, but they went on this huge rant saying basically Philip Rivers is classless and can't lead us is not considered a leader. And I'm like, and yet you think Brady's perfect when he's not. He's not God. Stop putting him on this pedestal where he never gets angry or yells at his teammates. All quarterbacks, like good quarterbacks, lead their team in a different way. But you can't say Phil Rivers doesn't lead his team when all he wants them to do is play better in a game that matters so much to them. And it felt like he was the only one that showed up and was getting beaten and tossed around and things were not going our way and this and that. So, to the haters about Phillip Rivers, shut up. He may not be the Super Bowl winning MVP QB that everyone looks up to as, oh, he's the GOAT. He's this, he's that. To our Chargers fans, he is the GOAT. To us, for that team. Him, Gates, like they're like most iconic duo in the sport, and no one realizes that. Only Charger fans realize that, and like experts realize that. But everyone's just so wrapped up in talking about how perfect Brady is when he's not. He has emotions. I've seen him get high, like to the level of where he yells at his teammates to get better and do something, and when a game's not going their way, like Patriots realize Patriots aren't perfect. They had a down season, considering they still got the number 2 seed and a first round bye, and got to play at home in the divisional round, which is hard for anyone to do for like what 8 years straight or whatever, or 10 years, whatever. It's like they have been this dynasty that like is like put on this pedestal, and Chargers are just seen as a bottom dweller team that will get nowhere and never win a Super Bowl. But we've had so like you can't put this all on Rivers and this and that. It's like no matter what team was going into Foxborough, whether it was the Ravens or us or whatever, no one was coming out of there with a victory. Because it's Tom Brady with the Patriots at home in Foxborough. One of the toughest environments to play in. And we played in a lot of tough environments and won in them, like Seattle, London, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Baltimore, like all Denver, for the love of God. And we beat them all, and yet we still don't get the respect we deserve just because we had one bad game where it was basically dominated by the Patriots because they were playing at home. So, regardless of how they played, the team themselves is incredible. Like, Chargers had an amazing season. 2 seasons in LA with a new coach is insane. Like, Anthony Lynn is like my MVP for coach. And the whole coaching staff for the Chargers have been picked and selected to coach the AFC team for the Pro Bowl for good reason. So, because they had like the best on the road record and stuff like that. So, last year we went 9-7. This year we went 12-4. Like, no one thought we could do that, but it's just like the old Chargers I knew they could be. Like when they went 14-2 with Marty Schottenheimer, which was the best coach we ever had, and I think, and he got fired for some reason that I don't understand. And then we get whoever the hell we had before. I don't want to say his name because he was awful. And then we get Anthony Lynn, and I'm like, let's see how this goes. I'll give him a chance, and then realize his coaching staff is like on point. Like he pushes his players and gives them hope and this and that. It's just, I see a huge bright future for this team. Whether they make it to the Super Bowl ever or not, I'm gonna be a fan of this team. Whether Rivers is on it, whether Gates is on it, whether like any of the current players are on it that I've grown to love, like Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram, and Desmond King, and all those players are insanely good. Oh, and the Williams brothers, they were insane this year. Like, hello. And now that Hunter Henry's somewhat healthy and hopefully doesn't get re-injured before next season, he can be an asset for us next season. Because who knows if Gates will be playing again or not, but he says he wants to, but we'll see. Because he is getting up there and he's, what, around 40 years old, or like close to 40. So, he's like one of the oldest tight ends out there, like oldest players. Well, not players, but tight ends. But I love this team, and haters are just going to find something to complain about when it comes to Rivers and he has so much freaking passion for this sport, and people say he's a crybaby and this night he complains to the refs. I'm like, he has good reason to complain to the refs. They miss so much damn plays, like a helmet to helmet call during that one game. I think it was against the Chiefs, and missed a couple helmet to helmet calls, pass interference calls, holder, like whatever. They miss so many damn calls on other teams. It's ridiculous, and I don't blame him for being pissed off. And that doesn't make him a crybaby just because he takes control of the situation when refs can't do their damn jobs. So, just because he yells at his teammates doesn't make him not a leader. Like, he is the best leader for that team I've ever seen in my life. Yelling, like complaining to the refs, does not make him a crybaby because he's so damn passionate and he's the biggest trash talker in the league, but he doesn't cuss. He doesn't use foul language and this and that. And I respect the hell out of him for that because you don't need foul language to make a point in this league. Like, he'll say the darndest things and he's so adorable. This, like, dang gummit and this. He's hilarious. But just because he Like quarterbacks, certain quarterbacks like yell at the players doesn't mean they're not leaders. That means they're trying to get their team to get focused, refocused, and hyped up, and get back at their head back in the game. So, this is what I really want to talk about. People need to stop hating on Rivers just because he is part of the Chargers, and he's the most underrated quarterback in the entire league. People say it's Andrew Luck, but Andrew Luck doesn't have the numbers that Rivers does, so or the team. So, um, yeah. So that's pretty much what all I had to say. It was bugging me since Sunday because people are ragging on him for complaining to the refs about all that. And one thing I want to point out, like I'm a Patriots fan, like they're my number two team, but that fan base kind of disgusts me. They're insulting, they're childish, and I read on Twitter from a band member that I used to like a band that I used to listen to like years ago. Used to be obsessed with, and now I'm not because their music sucks now. But one of their band members, like their bass player, no, their guitar player, for this band is a big Boston fan, Red Sox and New England, whatever, said, and I quote, "I bet Rivers hits his kids." Who says that? Like I saw it plain as day, and then he quickly deleted it because he knew that was being a jerk and being an asshole. You can like trash talk any player you want, but don't bring their family into it, especially his 8, almost 9 kids. He spends time with his kids. He's a great father. I'm like, you have zero fucking class. Excuse my language, but you have zero class for saying shit like that. Don't bring family into your trash talk towards a player. You know who you are. Don't do it. Because I lost so much goddamn respect for you, and I will never listen to your band music ever again. So, why am I getting emotional about this? Anyway, I just don't like people insulting my like favorite athletes and bringing their families into it because that's really freaking disrespectful and rude and disgusting. So, Patriot fans, grow the hell up and stop being assholes.